Hi guys, what's up? And hi, it's been a while since my last video, so I decided to do a quick video. Not really quick video, I don't know how long this will take, but I just want to show you what's inside a ClickFunnels editor. So if you're familiar with ClickFunnels and you've been building funnels, so this might not be the best video for you because this is going to be a really basic tutorial video. I'll go through each of the elements inside the ClickFunnels editor. So if you haven't used ClickFunnels before, or you're using ClickFunnels but you find it difficult to work with it, the editor, then I suggest you watch this tutorial video. Alright, and if you're watching, please comment #awesome below so I know na you've actually watched the videos. And I just want to know, guys, if sino ba yung really interested to learn ClickFunnels and was really watching the videos that I'm sharing in the group. So please do me a favor, just comment #awesome. Alright, so let's get started. Alright, so before anything else, before you can add elements inside the editor, you need to add section. Sila yung green, as you can see. If you see something green, that means that's the section. For rows and columns, those are the blue ones, and elements are the orange ones. So alright, so our first element under text is headline. So I'm pretty sure you guys know what a headline is. It's very crucial. This can make or break your funnel, right? Because this is the first thing that people see. This is the largest, font. It has the largest font in your funnel. You want to make it stand out. So if you want to change or to customize your headline, you just need to go on the settings, click select font. If you want to change the font size, the font style, font size here, the colors over here. So there. So our next element is the subheadlines, and the subheadlines is there to guide your visitors on the next thing that they can do. It will complement your headline. As you can see, if you click on the subheadlines, it's a little smaller. And guys, I suggest that if you're adding a new text element, I would recommend for you to change the mobile font size. Because for this one, the font size, this is suitable lang for desktop. As you can see, we're on the desktop view, and if you check it on mobile, sometimes it's too large kasi, it's too big for mobile. So you have to make sure na it fits mobile. So you need to change the mobile size. So hindi nyo na siya kailangan gawin after you edit or after you add those elements. So you can do it immediately after you add na the headline or the subheadline. So if you replicate it, it's done. You don't have to replicate it and then change the headline or the mobile size over and over again. So that's one of the best practices I can share with you guys. Alright, the next element is paragraph. So for paragraph naman, you use paragraph for your sales copy, for longer copies. It's not like the headline or the subheadline, but you can actually use your subheadline or headline elements for longer sales copy, but it's recommended to use the paragraph element. For paragraph element, same thing. Let's say for websites, or for desktop, you want the font size to be 20, but for mobile you want it to be like 16. I suggest 16 or 18. So yeah, so from there you can actually just duplicate it, and you don't have to edit the font size or the mobile because it's already set, right? So the next element, we have the bullet list. So bullet list, so if you want to give, to showcase the features or the benefit of your product or your or your lead magnet or whichever is in the page. So you use this bullet list element. So same thing, you can select the font size, but you notice that there's only one font size. So that means it's one font size for both mobile and desktop. Alright, so you can also change the icon. Let's say you want an arrow. You can change it here under advanced and see it changed. So let's say you set your font size to 18, right? And the font size for mobile is 16. One of the things that you can do is to actually replicate the element and say that this one, the first one is for desktop only, and the next one or the other one is for mobile only. And you change the font size to 16. So yung bullet list nyo, if it shows on mobile, it's just 16, like the rest of your font. The rest of the copy. Right? That's the first thing. The second one, what you can do is replicate a paragraph, or let's say add a sub-headline. Add a sub-headline. Alright, change the font. 20 for desktop and 18 for, or 16 for mobile, right? Yeah, right. So go to advanced and add your icon. See, they're almost the same. So you can just replicate this, duplicate, and just adjust the padding or the margin. So it will look like a bullet list element. Right? So you can do both. You can do one of them. You can replicate the element, or you can use a subheadline. Yeah. Alright, so the next element is image. So image. So it's explanatory. Image is used to showcase your product or your services. If you want to show, pictures or images, you can actually upload the picture, right? You can actually upload the picture. Or the other thing that you could do is to, let's say you own another website and you want to use the image on that website. So instead of uploading that picture, what you can do is go to the website, right click on the picture, copy image address, and just paste it in here. Image, make sure you delete everything, and then paste it. And there you go. We have the element or the picture here. So you want to make it smaller. What you can do is you can change the width, never the height, just the width. Because check this out. Just make sure that you change the width, okay? Another thing that you could do is you can actually add another column, a separate column for it. So let's say the picture that you add is too big. Let's say it's too big for the page. So you add another column and you drag it here and then change the column's width. Right? If you change the column width, you notice that the image is smaller now, right? Because it needs to fit inside the column without even changing the width of the image. If you check it on mobile, almost the same, right? So that's another thing that you could do. So the next one, the next image, the next element. Wow, what's the next element? Next element, Next element under media is the image pop-up. So image pop-up is the same as, same as the image. It's just that the image pop-up has a thumbnail and a full size. So if they click on the picture, they click on the image, it will enlarge the image, right? So that's why it's called a pop-up image. So the next element is the video element. All right, so video element, it's actually one of the critical elements in your landing page because it will attract or it will engage your audience more if you have a really good video, right? All right, so what you can do, oh, not that one, this one. So for the video, if you think that this is too big, you can change that. Just go to advanced. You can make it 3/4 width, or you can make it half width, or you can make it sticky on scroll. Sticky on scroll meaning to say if they scroll down, the video will remain on the page no matter how they scroll. If they scroll up, they scroll down, whatever, it will remain on the page. Another thing, instead of changing the width, you can do the same thing what we did on the picture. Change the width of the column instead, right? Okay, so the next one is the image pop-up. So it's the same as the the video pop-up is the same as image pop-up. It's the video, if you click on it, it will enlarge. Alright, so the audio player. For the audio player, it will allow you to put in, like if you have a podcast wherein you only have the audio, this is the best thing to use. It's for the MP3 sort of files. Alright, it can be used for courses as well. And another thing, and next up is the buttons. Alright, so buttons. So buttons are an essential element to any page, right? Buttons, this will allow you to do different action. It will allow you to submit the page, especially if it's a landing page or a lead magnet. It will submit the opt-in, right? The opt-in form. It will allow you to go to the next or go to a specific URL, or open a pop-up, or go to the next step in the funnel, or scroll to a section or page, or show or hide action. So these are very critical information. You need to make sure that you select the right action for your buttons. Okay, so next element, under form is the input. So input is the element for the basic or for the form element. If you need to capture like emails or name or address or whichever information, you need to use the input element. So required and not required. Let's say you set this to required. So meaning to say, if they click on the submit button and they don't enter anything on this field, it will not push through. They need to make sure that they have information on every field that is set to required, right? Okay. I hope you guys are getting what I'm saying. It's like it's 1 a.m. Alright, so next under form is the select text box. Alright, so the select box, this will allow your visitors to have, to select options. It is a drop down element. Let's say you want them to select country or a specific state, or Canadian provinces, or US and Canada. If you want them to select something else like colors, or which is their best option, or what they like to see on your next video or stuff like that, you need to select custom options and just put in, let's say, color, or what TV show they want to watch, or whatever. So you just need to put in, say, red, and then red, and then let's say favorite TV show, let's say Riverdale, so it will give them option, right? So the next element under content, form, we have the text area. So text area, it's the element that allows the visitor to enter multiple lines of additional text. Let's say you want to capture their comments or suggestions or their opinion about, something else. Let's say on the contact us, like the contact us form on websites and such, where they'll ask you for any message. So they are using the text area element. Alright, so the next one under form is the checkbox headline. Actually, this is very new. They just added this when, yung sa GDPR. Before, kailangan mo pang gumamit ng script from CF Pro Tools to have this functionality, but they made it native na to ClickFunnels, so make sure that it's set to required. Alright, so, okay, we're done. Next element. So we're done with the the text, media, and form. Now we're sa content. Yeah, content. So there are 2, 4, 6, 8 elements. So for icons, icons. So icon element is useful for adding icons to your pages. Icons can be linked to other pages in your funnel or other websites, and entirely you can put in a link. So if someone click on the icon, let's say it will submit the form or open a pop-up, or you want them to direct to a specific funnel page or website, www, whatever, you just put it here in the URL action. Another thing, instead of using the action element, or the icon element, what you can do, guys, you can actually use a headline element, and then just delete whatever you have here and just go to advanced and go to icon picker, let's say this little Android thingy, and just increase the font size, maybe change the color, and there you have it. It looks like an icon element, but it's actually a headline element. But you can use both. Okay? You can use either. You can use this one or this one. Alright, so the next one is the image feature. So for the image feature, the image feature naman, this one. Alright, so if you're adding like testimonials on your funnel or on your pages, you might want to use the featured or the image feature element, because for this element you can add headline, subheadlines, and then a picture, right? You can showcase your product, and you have some sort of headline and product details in here, product info, or you can also use that for quotations. Let's say you have your picture here, your name here, and your quote in here. So you can use the image feature for that. But another thing, instead of using image feature, what I normally do is I add a 2-column row, and then I'll add an image, and I'll add the headline, and then I will add a paragraph. So I'll just change yung alignment, and then change the width of the column so it looks like an image feature. So sometimes kasi pictures in the image feature looks a little awkward, parang ang weird niyang tignan, especially if malaki yung picture. So, minsan malayo siya. Nandito yung picture tapos malayo. So, sometimes I'd rather use 2 columns for this purpose. Let's say for testimonials or for product description or what. I'd rather use this. So, they're almost the same, right? So, you can use either the image feature or just use two columns. Okay, so the next one under content is FAQ. I haven't used this, honestly. Never ko pang nagamit yung FAQ na element, but it's for FAQ. Let's see how it looks like. So, yeah, it looks like an image feature, but it has icon in here and then headline, sub-headline, right? So if you're adding an FAQ section in your page, you might want to use FAQ elements. So you don't need to add headline and paragraph separately. You could just add, or you could just use the FAQ element. So another thing or another one, it's the divider. Divider. So the divider, hold on. For the divider naman, it's this one. Yeah. Parang if you want to add like space, like a break dun sa page, you can use the divider. Alright, so the progress bar. Okay, so for the progress bar naman is to let your visitor know how close they are to finishing an opt-in form or an order form. You can make it animated if you want. You can change colors if you want. So let's say you have, if someone opts in and you have a tripwire after, so people might get confused on what's going on. So you can just tell them that don't close the window, don't close this window. It will direct you to the thank you page after a few seconds or something. Or you can say that you're almost complete or 75% complete or something. And you can, $75. No, 75% complete. You can change the percentage, 90%. Whoop! If you want to say 100%, woo, complete. Alright, so you can do that using the progress bar element. So the next element, what we have here is the image list. So just like the bullet list, it's the same thing as the image list. It's just that it uses an image instead of the bullet or the icon, right? So the next thing, I don't really use the image list. Alright, so the pricing table, this one's nice. So the pricing table naman, guys, let's say you're offering different types of services, different packages, right? So for you to showcase each of the packages that you have, you might want to use, or you might want to leverage the pricing table element. I forgot. Right, so the pricing table element. So you can customize it, you can change the font color, or you can actually change it. Add in some shadow, add in some border, add in some shadows and stuff like that if you want to customize it, right? So you can also use this to showcase the benefits or to showcase the features of your services, right? It's very helpful, especially if you have different plan levels. Let's say you have the basic package, a premium package, or the silver package or whatnot. You could use the pricing table. Alright, so next up is the countdown. So countdown, we have 3 countdown, element. So our countdown elements, we have the countdown timer. So why are we using countdown timers? So we use countdown timers to add urgency to our landing page or to our sales page. So for the countdown timers, or this specific countdown timer, it will allow you to set like a date and date. Take note, and date. Okay, let's just say that your offer will expire on July 1st. And you can actually say now once it hit the end date, it will redirect to your normal order form. Let's say you're offering a sale. So instead of $99, alright, so let's say instead of $199, it's just $99 until July 1st. But after July 1st, once it's expired, it will redirect them over to your normal order form, which has the $199 price. So you can do that, or you can just hide the button element so they won't be able to purchase that specific offer anymore, right? So another type of countdown timer is the minute timer. So the minute timer, same thing, it will give the sense of urgency. But for the minute timer naman, kasi yung isa end date. For the minute timer, it's just hours. Hours lang, guys. Specific number of hours lang. So let's say you're running a promotion for 7 hours. So same thing, you can redirect them to your normal landing page or to your normal order form, right? So the next one, guys, don't forget to comment #awesome if you're still watching the video, so I'd know, okay? So I would know. Alright, so the next one is the day timer. I'm sleepy na. The day timer. So the day timer naman, the difference between the day timer naman, it's for a specific time each day. Alright, so let's say you want to set it to count down every 12 p.m. every day. So if a visitor lands on your page after that time, the timer will expire na. So let's say nakaset siya ng 12 p.m. So pag 12 p.m. na, nandito sila, they'll be directed to whichever page you want them to be directed to or something. Alright, so that's it for the countdown timer. So let's move on to the miscellaneous elements. So element social share. Okay, for the social share naman, this will allow your visitor to share a link to your funnel. To Facebook or to Twitter or to Google, it will easily let them share your funnel. Let's say you're running a promotion. Let's say if they share your page, they'll get a chance to win something from you, right? You could leverage this element. And then we have the FB comments naman. So for FB comments naman, this will add like some social proof to your page, and it will actually boost the engagement of your page. Because everyone's using Facebook, everyone has Facebook, right? So they can comment once if they're logged into their account, to their FB page, to their FB profile, they're logged in, and they comment here their name and their profile or their profile image, basta yun, it will show up. So yeah, it's really nice. And then the next one is going to be text block. Guys, I'm not sure if you guys are using text block if you're building a funnel, but I suggest you do. It's very useful, especially if you want to use different font or you want to use different colors on your headline or to your paragraph. You could use text block, right? It has advanced editing, you'll be able to edit the text as well as the HTML and CSS of your text directly in the editor. If you're familiar with HTML or CSS, or if you're coding stuff, you might want to use this one. Kasi for regular headline lang, you can use lang 2 colors eh. Let's say orange and black. So let's say for pag naka-bold siya, orange siya, if not, black. So you can only use 2 colors. So if you want to use 3 or 4 colors or different sizes on your headlines or paragraph or sub-headline, you can use text block instead. But I'll probably use na lang or do another video na lang to show it to you guys kasi it's very powerful. It's very convenient to use this text block element. So another element, the last one, is going to be the custom HTML or JavaScript. So if you're adding like an order form, no, not an order form, but let's say you have a JavaScript or an HTML script or a custom code, you can use this element. If you're an advanced user, if you're used to coding stuff, yeah, you could use this element. Alright, so that's it for the elements. Alright, so you guys, you might notice that there are a lot of elements. There are some elements that is missing. Like we don't have, the advanced form pala. So we have the billing address, shipping address, they're almost the same if you want to capture the customer's address. And the survey element pala. Hindi ko siya nakita kanina. For the survey element, if you want to do some kind of survey, it's not that, hindi siya masyadong customizable, if there's such a word. Kasi parang medyo, lang siya. Yun. But you can still leverage, the survey form if you want to send, if you want to funnel people. Let's say you have offers for coaches, you have offers for fitness coaches, or for writers or for authors. You might want them to take the survey and direct them to a certain page depending on who they are or what they want. So you can leverage the survey element for that. Alright, so for the rest of the elements that you guys can't see here, what you would notice that there are certain elements na wala dito, like yung credit card element, or yung order select element, or your order bump, because those elements, guys, you can only see that specific elements under the order form page. Okay? Sorry. So when you're building funnels, especially if there are na mga steps na dito, make sure that you select the right one. Kasi let's say you're building an order form, you want to capture, you want to take payment, you want to accept payment, right? You can't use sales page for that, because if you use sales page, you won't be able to see the credit card element, the order summary, order bump, or order select element, because those elements are native for order form lang. Same as one-click upsell. One-click upsell is used for one-click upsell. Same as one-click downsell. For order confirmation naman, the unique element under the order confirmation is the order summary. You can't see the order summary anywhere else. So I see newbies or some other funnel builders make the mistakes like that, na they're using the sales page for the order form or to accept payment, and they would notice na, wala si credit card, why? What's going on? It's just because they're using the incorrect page or incorrect type of page, right? So don't make that mistake. So for the webinar naman, if you're doing a webinar, make sure that you're under webinar and choose either registration, thank you, or broadcast room. For membership, of course, you have to use member access or membership area. You can't use opt-in or sales page for the membership area, right? But if you're just creating, let's say, an opt-in page, You can use email opt-in or thank you page or even sales page. If you're creating a sales page, you can either use product launch or email opt-in or miscellaneous templates, right? So all of the elements that we discussed, you can find it here. The sales page, the email opt-in, thank you page, and miscellaneous. But for the advanced, or for this advanced or special elements, you can only see them on specific type of pages. So that's it, guys. So I hope you'll learn something from this video. I'll post the next video this week. I'll show you how to build, you know, a simple opt-in page inside ClickFunnels. And if you guys have requests, or you know, if you want to know something in ClickFunnels, how to do this, how to do that, just let me know. I might, you know, do a quick video for that. And yeah, that's it. And if you guys watch the video, please don't forget to comment #awesome. Alright? Thank you so much, guys. Appreciate you. Love you all. Thank you. And yeah. Remember, you guys are awesome. Thanks, guys. Bye.